When placing a new dimensional constraint, we can select an existing dimensional constraint and they will automatically cross-reference. So I'm going to show you that now. But I'm going to start off by putting a diameter dimensional constraint upon this arc here. Now this particular constraint is actually going to drive most of this block of a chair. So I'm first of all going to rename it, and I'm going to add some values as a list that we can then use later on. So I'll now tell it I want a list, and I'm now going to add 3 additional sizes. I'm also going to indicate that I don't want this particular parameter not to have any grips. So I'm now going to place 2 additional identical parameters, but this time they will both cross-reference this existing one. So at this point I can now go over to here and select it. So in the past I had to type that in either manually within the parameters manager, or I could have copied and pasted, which was a little bit clumsy. So once again I come over here and cross-reference, and you can see that both of these now are cross-referencing back to here. Both of these I now need to tell that I do not want any grips. I'm now going to add an alignment dimensional constraint, and that's going to be used to drive the offset between the back of the chair and the 2 arms here and here. This one I'm also going to rename. So I'm now going to add 2 more alignment constraints, and they will both cross-reference back to here. What I'm now going to do within the parameters manager is I'm going to tell it that I want the arm back offset to actually be the same as this parameter, but divided by 2. And divided by 2. I'm now going to add 2 more aligned parameters. These 2 will also cross-reference one another. And I can see now that I need to go back and remove some of the grips. Like so. Now before I actually go into the test block environment, I'm going to add a block table. Calling upon those sizes that I assigned earlier on. So we're now ready to go into the test block environment and see if this works. So we can see when changing these sizes, the chair responds accordingly.